Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks, and today I'm talking about The Crown Season 4 on Netflix and how Jimmy Savile was removed from the show. The show has just premiered on Netflix. The royal family are allegedly really miffed off about it because, well, it shows how the royal family treated Diana, and it makes them look like a bunch of cold-hearted, privileged, emotionless, power-mad vampires, using Diana basically just to improve their public image. Now, the despicable Jimmy Savile, which it has been reported was protected by the establishment for years for despicable crimes. He was to feature in The Crown Season 4 due to his close friendship with Prince Charles, but all his scenes were removed by the show's producers, and the reason given was that the creators felt it would be insensitive for such a sadistic predator to have even a second of airtime. They added, which is fair enough, it's their choice. They have artistic license to include what they want, but it would have been interesting to see this included in the show, and more to the point, closer to the truth, which is kind of the whole point of the enterprise, is it not? Prince Charles has been reported by many to have a very close relationship with Savile, as can be seen in these numerous photographs. In the biography, The Heart of the King, it says Prince Charles deferred to Savile for advice. It claims the prince asked Savile to read over his speeches and make any suggested changes. The pair struck up a friendship in the 1970s after meeting at wheelchair sports charities, and Prince asked him for advice in the 1980s and 1990s. It was claimed he asked Savile for advice about his marriage to the late Princess Diana, but Clarence House has denied this claim. Which, well, it doesn't really mean it wasn't true though. Can you imagine, as if living with the royal family would be bad enough, but they bring in Jimmy Savile as a counsellor? It has also been claimed that Charles asked Savile on health policy and to double check and give approval to some of his speeches. And then we have Dickie Arbiter, Royal Press Secretary in the 80s. He said Savile would walk into the royal offices and do the rounds of the young ladies doing secretarial work, taking their hands and rubbing his lips all the way up their arms as if they were wearing short sleeves. Perfectly normal behaviour, that. Does that behaviour not break royal protocol? Maybe not. It says here in this independent article that many businesses and organisations would use Savile as a conduit to the royal family. It says here he could pick up the telephone and be able to talk to most of them, and has long worked with Prince Charles on the problems of the disabled. So it's clear that Charles and Savile had a close relationship, and many businesses used Savile as a go-between. Savile acted like a gatekeeper to the royals, connecting them to other people, and yet he doesn't feature in The Crown, which I'm sure is of massive relief to the royal family. But it's interesting that Charles was such good friends with this demon for so long, as it's been widely reported by many people who worked with Savile that they found him as creepy as hell. You know, just by instinct, they knew something told them that there was something very wrong about him, and they didn't want to be around him. And yet Charles, Prince Charles, he never picked up on this, which shows that he isn't a very good judge of character. As always, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.